Happy Monday, everyone. What? I think I did that wrong. There we go. Amy Brooks Robertson. Let me see, hold on. Amy Brooks Robertson, you are my first watcher. So make sure you message me your mailing address. I'm going to send you some happy mail. Hi, Regina. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Jody. Hi, Veronica. Happy stinking Monday, everyone. What's going on? What's the word? Hi, Kim. Kathy at Royal Funky Junk here. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic Monday, and I hope you all had an absolutely amazing weekend. I had a great weekend. I was exhausted yesterday. I had my younger brother's kids all day Saturday, all day Sunday. We were poolside pretty much 2 days in a row. They pooped me out, but all in a good way. Oh, Carolyn, I'm glad. Hi, Joanna. Hi, Royal. Hi, Karen. Anyhow, guys, I picked this up last week. Thank you for sparkling, by the way. Hey, Linda, if you guys all roll in here. I was shopping at Home Goods last week, and I got this really cute wine, box gift set. And it's just kind of, too plain. So I thought we'll give it a little makeover. Hey, Kay. Hi, Tahalia. Beautiful name. Hi, Lucia. What's up, everyone? All right. Hi, Mickey. Okay. So what'd you guys all do this weekend? Did you guys have a good time? Is it hot where you are? I think it's hot all across the country. It was 92 here yesterday. Oh, my word. And guys, I will be releasing a fast play tomorrow morning of a video we did last year. Little Christmas in July for y'all. I will be traveling tomorrow, so I will not be live with you. Michelle, the hairdryer I was using the other day was called the La Volume by Lange. It's a 75mm La Volume. Go check it out. You'll love it. I don't use the mirror. I know. I got to bring that back, right? Welcome, welcome, Sparkle Chicks and Friends. I still remember the poem. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Vicky. Hi, Rhonda. What's going on? So I hope you guys all had a great weekend. Back to the grind. I am out of town for the next 3 days. I leave tomorrow, come home on Thursday. So might do some lives while I'm gone, but I don't know. Hey, Amy, I just got your message. Thank you very much. Hi, Diana. Anyhow, guys, so here's what I got. What's going on? So I think it's cute. Home Goods hats. I don't remember how much I paid for it because I threw the wrap away. But guys, check. It was in the clearance aisle. That's why I grabbed it. It's just like a box, right? But when you open it, look at that. It's a cute little wine gift set with a wine opener, a little bottle stopper, a little pourer, and then I think that's probably the cutter. But how cute is this? Hi, Rula. Treasure. Oh, how fun, Regina. But I thought this would be like a cute little thing. As like a little gift set, Christmas gift maybe, or a birthday gift for the wine lover. And then you put your bottle of wine down in here, and it's a beautiful little gift set. Hey, Pam. Hello from hot Tennessee. Yeah, it's hot here too. Actually, today's a little bit cooler. It's probably maybe 80-ish, but yesterday was 92. Saturday was like 86. It was hot. Lindy, you got the same. I know I love my La Volume. I will, Marcia. I'll probably be going some, if I can. I'll be doing some posts. I'm going to try. I don't know what's allowed and what's not. Hey, Kristen. So anyway, I thought we'd do this. I'm going to be using some decoupage queen paper and I think some would you bend molds. We're going to cut up and put on the sides, right? Isn't this cute though? Who would not like this as a gift? But we're going to make it extra special. So anyway, I am going to use my Paint Pixie paint that was sent to me a couple weeks ago because I haven't tried it yet, guys, and they sent me all kind of their paint, and that's a new paint company to me, Paint Pixie. So let's pick out a white paint here, and I am going to sign up for an affiliate with these guys, so I will get that up on the link tree as soon as I get my link for it. So we have marshmallow cream puff and saltwater taffy. Let's go with marshmallow. Hey, Brandy, what's up? Your first time? The box mirror, yes, is from Home Goods. It was in the clearance aisle, and I don't remember how much it was. Cheryl, I'll be in Boston. with a bunch of friends, so I'm excited. The weekend was good. The kids kept me busy. So this is Paint Pixie. This is the color Marshmallow. And like I said, it's I'm going to sign up to be an affiliate because I have a feeling you're going to like it. And when I get that link, I will add it to my link tree. So let's just, this is the first time I'm ever using their paint, so I don't know what to expect. So I'm excited. Anyway, Ellen, your last day of vacay in Paris. I'm so jealous. I would love to go to Paris. Hey, Christine. Hi, Karen. All right. So anyway, guys, how many of you were at the, I know there was another event going on this weekend. I was stalking all the pages. The Refabs had their Christmas in July event. Did that not look like it was so much fun? I know some of the chicks were there. I hope you guys had a great time. It looked like it was a great time. Hello, Linda. Thank you guys for being here. Keep it just in case you guys need it. This will, I won't keep, I have so much wine decor, y'all. So this is just something I grabbed because I thought it was cute. And not as nice, it's black. Oh yeah, just paint it. Christine, this box was in Home Goods. I went to Home Goods to get some stuff for the dogs. We needed a new dog bed and whatnot. And I was just browsing the clearance aisle, and this was in here. How stinking cute. I'm not doing anything to the inside. I'm going to leave it. So I'm going to be really careful when I'm painting around the edges. Hey, Penny, welcome. We got a new sparkle chicken. First time here. We got a new sparkle chicken in the house. Jill, you know, it might just be your skin tone. I do put on some metallic-y, like pale pink lip gloss over it, too. I do that all day long. So try that. I think that's on my link tree also. So anyway, I'm going to get some of this paint out of here. Yeah, so guys, this is the stuff that my eye is always drawn to when I'm like shopping, like cute little fun, you know, just fun little boxes and stuff. Barbara, I think I did. I do have Happy Mail to open up at the end. And, oh, you know what? And let's do this one right now because this is from the Paint Pixie. They sent me this is the paint we're using, and she said she was going to send me some brushes, and she did. I knew that's what was in here. Look at these cute little brushes, like for waxing, for brushing, and it says the turquoise Irish. Look at how look how pretty. I love all these pens. Ooh, and look at that, like a big waxing thing. A French theme. I don't know. It's kind of going to have a French. I don't know if it's going to have a French theme. I'll show you guys what I pulled out. Good afternoon, Tina. Let's stick these brushes in here. I'm trying to keep my desk organized since I won't be here. Gina, were you there? It was great. I am so glad. It looked like it was an amazing time. I loved just looking at all the pictures. Can't wait to hear about it. It looked like it was fabulous. Hey, Cindy. All right, so first off, guys, I am using Paint Pixie paint in the color Marshmallow. And like I said, I'm going to keep this closed, but I'm going to be really super careful around here. Cheryl, I won't be driving there, that's for sure. I think we're pretty much going to leave that to, I don't know. All I know is I ain't driving in it. So we can get an Uber. So I'm going to be real careful going around this upper lid. I don't want any paint to get up on the inside of there. And guys, so far this paint goes on like a dream. Very nice. Look at that, just painting up the box. Is info on your eyelashes? I do not have info up there. I got those from Lashify. I don't have like an affiliate with Lashify or anything, but if you go to lashify.com, that's what I used, and I don't have them in. I will say though, when I had those Lashifys, they stayed on all day. Now they're supposed to be like, you know, clean proof and all that. You can wash your face, but when I use makeup wipes, and when I took and I didn't have mascara on them, but when I took my makeup wipe to it to take my eye makeup off that night, all the lashes came out. The box is just a wine gift set box. Hi, Linda. Yeah, lashify.com, but that's the only negative, and maybe I was just doing something wrong. Like I said, I don't know. I'm going to have to play around with them again, because all I know is that when I did my makeup wipe wipes to them, they all came off. So I don't know, I must have done something wrong, but that is where I got them from. And they looked good though. They were really comfortable when I was wearing them. So I don't know. Maybe I just did something wrong. If anybody is a pro at Lashify, then you can let me know. So see, I don't want to get anything up underneath that ridge right there. Hey Jenny, what's up, sister? So I'm just going to kind of be careful while I'm painting this. And of course, always got to make myself more complicated than it should be. So far this Pixie paint, I like it. I think I don't even know if we're going to do 2 coats over this because we are using Decoupage Queen paper over it. So I don't know that I'm going to need to do another coat. See, I'm already being sloppy, but it seemed to wipe right off. I'm just putting this white paint on there because the paper that I'm using from Decoupage Queen, I want it to be really bright. I want that graphic to be really bright and white. It does have really good coverage. I like it. It doesn't smell, and it goes on really smoothly. I like it. Now, I'm not using one of their brushes just yet, but I'll pull those out and get busy on those. Those look almost like waxing brushes too. So again, I'm just kind of being careful around here. And then around that upper lid. Hey, Shannon. Oh, that doesn't sound like fun. I hope everything goes good, sister. All right, and I'm just using a little bit of paint because, like I said, I don't want to get down in those grooves. I think this is going to be pretty. It's kind of going to have more of a romantic-y feel, I think, to it. And I'm not touching the inside. I want to leave that all the same. So you can give this to somebody, to the wino in your life. Be a great birthday gift or Christmas gift. But yeah, I'd say that goes on pretty good. Hey, Kim, I know, right? I tried magnetic ones, Lori. I didn't really care for them. Lux Products said, I don't know. I know my stepdaughter uses one. Maybe, I don't remember the name of them, what she uses. But, all right, so up here, I got to be a little careful. I'm just trying to open it a little bit just so I can go right up to that seam and not get any paint dripping inside that hinge. I'm even going to go right around that hinge because we can put some gold over that. And I want to get the paper on first, even before I decide to use any Would You Bend. I think we're going to put Would You Bend on the side. See, I just did it. Just got to be careful. Don't use a ton of paint. Try to almost give it a dry brush. Pam, you're not on replay, sister. This is a live. You are live with Royal Funky Junk on this beautiful Monday morning, on Monday afternoon for some of you. If you're in Australia, it's probably Tuesday, right? Hey, from Vancouver. Never been to Vancouver. I'm not even going to bother doing the bottom of it because I don't think that's really necessary. Since it's going to be, it's not one of those boxes that sit upright. This definitely lays on its back or on its bottom. We might even just put some feet on there. That would be cute if I can find something that would be cute little feet on the bottom. And this is going to be something that, you know, after you give it to your wine lover or you give it to whoever and you don't want to use it as a wine, I guess you would because it's all in here and it's all together. But you could take out the insides and make it like a cute little storage box, or it could just sit in your kitchen somewhere, which would be cute. And put your, you know, or just use it, keep it for yourself and just take it when you're going visiting and you want to go somewhere or you're traveling that there's no, you know, that you need a bottle of wine in your car to get where you're going, and then you have everything you need to open up your bottle of wine. Hey, Patty. Stephanie, happy birthday, sister. 34. Oh gosh, if I could be 34 again. 34. But see, I think I did good. It didn't seep into any of the inside, which is what I wanted. Hey, he's from South Africa. What's up, Rosemary? Okay, so I am just, and I'm trying to go in the same direction as the wood, but being that we're covering pretty much all sides of paper, I think only one coat is going to be necessary because we're going to cover up all that with paper and make it pretty. And it's going to have more of a soft, romantic-y feel with the paper I chose. Ah, it did, Lori. I know that was a good one, wasn't it? I had everybody fooled that day with that post. All right, so this paint does not get clumpy, which I like. So again, Paint Pixie. I will put a link up on my link tree for that later today when I get off this live. Okay. So yeah, one coat I think will be good to get that paper on there. Hey, Belinda. Christine, I do. I have patience. I never have patience. Sometimes I do. And I was going to come on here earlier today, but I had to take my younger son. He's got a football event going on. So I dropped him off first. I didn't want to rush. Hey, Lana, you did get me live. Oh, chess pieces. That's kind of cool. Stand it up and keep olive oil on your counter. True. Hey, Patty. Drive safely, sister. Hey, Ceci from Denmark. At TSC. What's that, Rula? Hey, Nancy, you just got one of these? How cool is that? I think it's I saw a small spot of paint. Nope, those are like the little magnets. Those are little magnets. I did good. It's got little magnets. There's no paint anywhere on the inside. I've done good, which is what I wanted, which is what I was attempting to do instead of just slapping on paint. All right, so I think that paint dries from Paint Pixie. Dries super nice. I love boxes too. I love, like, I don't know. I like, you know, cool stuff. And I worry about, you know, like I don't do your normal, I don't really say I craft. I just create stuff from junk, you know? Hi, Diane. So it's just a little bit different for me. So now I have that. Here's the paper we're going to use for the top, and then I got a different paper for the sides. Look at how pretty that is. So here's this really pretty like wording up here. Hey, Carol, you can use corks. I do have a bunch of corks. That would be cute too. Marsha, I got the box of Home Goods, but what I wanted to do is just kind of line that up at the top there. Just like that. And just kind of center it. And then I'm debating, do I wrap it all the way around? I think I'm going to. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut, let me see, because it's got the lid, so you got to be careful all the way, or if you're going to go all the way around, I don't want to do that. I'm going to kind of work in pieces, but I definitely know, like on this side, I want that flower, so I might go a little bit, I want that flower to be more in the center, so I might go a little off center on that top, just so it all matches up. So I think what I'm going to do is, all right, let's just, so for now, we're going to take some Mod Podge, and look guys, you'll be the first to see it. I just got white paint on my newly revamped Lazy Susan. Trying to keep it somewhat clean, but it's got its first funky junk mark on it. Donna, actually what I want to do with this is I want to, hey Claudine, I was thinking about epoxying it, but it's got diamond dust and crap all over it. This is just the life of a crafter's Lazy Susan, y'all, right? It's just, that's how it rolls. We create and we need something to paint on. So Jerry, this is Decoupage Queen paper, and this is Sandrina. Sandrina is the print, and you can find that on my link tree pinned in the comments. Hi Paula, thank you. All right, so we're gonna get some Mod Podge. I'm gonna use some just regular Mod Podge. This is the gloss. I seem to be really enjoying glossy Mod Podge lately. I don't know why I prefer it over regular. And of course, this is like the last little bit that I have. I don't know why, I just like it. A recreator, yes. Can't really say. I'm one of those people that I go into like the Dollar Tree, and I feel stupid in there because I don't know what the heck's going on. I can't. I can't. I struggle with that. I think I have enough. Grab another brush. The Lazy Susan has been baptized. Yes, that's hilarious. All right, so I got my Mod Podge, and all I'm going to do is put just right here. I'm not going to do the sides because that's going to get a different kind of paper. And I'm just going to apply a coat of Mod Podge right on the top. And then I'm just going to eyeball this, like, seriously, with this paper. And I think we're even going to try some clay molds. You know, me and clay molds are like a love-hate relationship, but I think I'm going to try one on here too. So I'm just going to grab this. I know I want that rose more in the center down here, so I'm going to put this off to the side. I'm just going to kind of line that up and pull it and kind of match it up. Nope. It's going to give me a little bit of grief, right? That's what it does. I just want to get that. I don't want that white trim to be in there. So all I'm going to do is kind of lift it. And this is rice paper. So guys, if you're not familiar with rice paper, it's got a different vibe to it. It's not like working with the tissue paper. I'm going to take a sanding block, and all I'm going to do is just sand that away. And I'm using a coarse sanding block, and see how that just perfectly goes right. You can just take all that excess right off with a couple of swipes. And I do it before I seal that paper down because it gets a little janky. For me, anyway, that's just my preference. So see how nice you get that nice seam down there? Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing in the Dollar Tree. I feel like I said, I feel stupid. I really do. Okay, now I don't want to really ruin any of this because, oh crap, I forgot to do the front. So we're going to have to lift this up. I'm going to take my Mod Podge and I am going to just run some right along this front seam right here. And then just kind of fold that over real nice and flat. And rice paper, you don't get like hardly any, you don't get any wrinkles. I won't lie, you don't get any wrinkles. So, and I'm just going to follow that around the side and right off the top. Rather than getting an X-Acto knife and trying to slice it away by going all the way around, I still will have a really nice cut here to finish off that bottom. Hey Sherry, thank you. You guys are so welcome. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all you. You guys thank me, but really it's I thank you. You know, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all you watching. Okay, so save your paper. But oh my gosh, isn't that so pretty? It's coming along. See, we just give it a new lease on life, and it's so much prettier than what it was. So now I can worry about that. So now all I'm going to do is try to match that up like right there. It doesn't have to be perfect, but because we use that sanding block, it like perfectly comes out, and then just go with it. What's up, Michelle David Phillips? Michelle David Phillips is like one of my very first followers. Way back, right, Michelle? She was always cheering me along. Still is. Here she is to this day, a couple years later. Isn't that amazing? Anyhow, y'all. All right, so I'm just doing the front because we're going to do something different on the sides. So I'm just going to try to match this up. It does not have to be perfect by any means. I'm just trying as much as I can. Even if I have to sand a little bit over, smooth that out, get all that on there, and then same thing as before, take your sanding block and just pull that right off. And then we'll go over the front too. And if you scuff any paint off, don't worry because, you know, don't sweat the small stuff. You can always touch that up with some paint. See what I mean? Look at how pretty. Isn't that so pretty? It's kind of got like that old vibe Victorian feel about it, which is what I like. Yeah, the rice, exactly. The rice paper just adds like a whole other game to it. And it was just a boring box before, and now it's going to have, you know, some personality. Oh, and I want to do, I think, a little bit just up here. Yeah, there's just like a tiny little bit right up top. And I just went a little bit over. So I'm just going to stuff that away to make it totally perfect. See? And I was even going to think about adding some wood bend, but I didn't want to break up the pattern. So that's why I left it kind of like how it is. I didn't want to, we're going to put some wood bend on the side, but we are going to cover it up with paper first. So I did grab some other Decoupage Queen paper that was kind of coordinating. What do you guys think about this? I was thinking some Harlequin on the back, and then for the sides, doing this pretty print. So see how it all kind of all flow color-wise, and it's all kind of got that old world scrolly look about it. And I'm going to keep going with that until this is going to be a little weird. I don't really want, see, I want to make that 2 pieces. So I think what I'm going to do is just cut this white. Oh yeah, it's going to have some bling. I think it's going to have bling. Oh, it does. So I'm just going to cut this white. And usually I would use a water pen method like for this, but I think I'm just going to go straight. And that's what's going to help me get, wait a minute, let me think about this. Unless I just do it all as one solid piece, and then that will just bend right there. That paper should bend, and I can just kind of slice it out with the blade. Let's do that. Maybe I'll just do it all at once, and then we can cut around it. I don't know if it's going to be wise for me to do, let me see, in sections. Let's try it. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's see if we can, if I want to do that, if I just want to go that way, maybe that is the thing to do, and then I can, no, I think we're going to have to go, let's just do it all at once, because I'm going to, let's just do it. I'm going to roll with it. All right, so we got this really pretty Harlequin print, also from the Decoupage Queen, and I'm not even going to Mod Podge, like, I'm not going to Mod Podge the hardware, because we're going to most likely cut around that. But this is how, and maybe this will be a good DIY to show you guys how easy it is to use rice paper. It's so forgiving and so awesome to work with. You don't, working with napkins, I struggled because it was like, I don't know, wrinkly. And I for the life of me, I couldn't figure it out. So when I was introduced to Decoupage Queen, I was floored. All right, so I'm just going to put it like this. Pick any old way. Doesn't really have to worry about being perfect because it's just an ongoing print. And I'm just going to rub that all in there. And then take my sanding block and just shave off the sides. That's what I'm going to do. Just use an X-Acto knife. But mine isn't very sharp, and I don't know where my new blades are. There we go. But see how I love using like any kind of rice paper. I have affiliate with Decoupage Queen. Digital Deco Designs has some awesome prints. You guys have seen me, for those who've been following me for a while. We've done knife block makeovers. This is just one more pretty little thing. And don't look for those weird things when you're out shopping that, you know, you may not like the color of it. Well, just paint it. That's what I do. Okay. And see here, we're going right up to that paper that we already did. So just be careful. You don't want to like scuff off the paper you already laid down prior. Like so. Oh, look at how pretty. Now, see, it should still be able to open. So it's going to get a little bit of a bubble right there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my X-Acto knife. This rice paper, I always get the bigger size, and it's A3. A4 is smaller. I like the bigger sizes because you can break it up more. So I always use the A3. And see, this is what I was afraid of. I might just have to work with it. Let me see. Or go in through this side. Can't get my blade in there. It's a really small space. Let's see what it looks like on the back now. And I don't want to cut the paper, like pull it because it's still wet. So maybe we need to dry it some before I start ripping that. Because I don't want it to pull my paper. Thank you, Tina. Yes, it's great. I love the Decoupage Queen. I love Digital Deco Designs. They all have such great... Yeah, see, it's kind of tearing. But I guess over back here, it doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to kind of go right around that hinge. And then that paper, because I did not put Mod Podge on that paper, on that hinge, it should just go right around it. Came right off. See? So we still have our little hinge showing right there. You just go right around it. And I did just slice that seam. Don't be like Kathy, get a nice sharp blade, because this is causing it to scuff a little bit, but I guess it's okay. Pull, I should say pull, not scuff. It's just pulling the paper a little bit, but honestly, you can't really see it. And once we Mod Podge over that and seal it, you're not going to notice. But look at how pretty. Okay, so see, now we have the back. See how coordinating it is? I love that. So now we're going to do the sides, and for the sides, I picked out this paper. Now we're not going to need all of it because it's such a big piece. So I'm just going to take like probably this much, and I'm just going to cut all the way across, and I'll put this back into my bucket of Decoupage Queen papers, and I've got a ton of it. And then same thing over here, but this is going to be a little bit easier because we can open that bigger. So just again, some Mod Podge right on the side there. And then we can really make sure that it's tacked down when we file it off. I just don't want that white edge in there. And of course, I'm going to get it. There we go. Look at how pretty that's going to be. All right, so sanding block. All those sides nice and flush. And then again, same on this side. And just be careful. You don't want to scuff your print that's already on there. So I said a nice coarse sanding block will just really be the easiest thing. And it comes right off. Okay, so now the only thing is, though, we can't open it because this is all glued. So I'm going to dry it. And then we'll just take our blade and go right in there and cut that right out. Just make sure you're going right on the blade because you don't want to. And even if you have to do it a couple of times, I should have brought my readers up here. Just like that. And then when you get it open, you can scuff any leftover out. It's got some Mod Podge on there, but that's okay. So I'm just kind of filing that all flush and getting rid of those little extra fibers of the paper. Look at that. Look at how pretty, y'all. It's kind of different, kind of soft, and wouldn't this be like, even this would be like a really pretty, like bridal shower gift, do you know, or wedding gift. You can like have a bottle of wine made with like their wedding date, like a custom bottle of wine. I think that would be cute. You know, there's like a lot of stuff you can do with this, or a birthday party for somebody who's coming up on, or golden anniversary. Making sure my little tray is staying in there. I don't want that to get screwed up. And then I do see a little bit of Mod Podge seeping through there. But you know, Mod Podge will dry clear, so I'm not worried about that. I'm just going to wipe that extra off and make sure that it's good to go back here. And we're going to have to be careful when we're sealing it. Hey guys. All right. Ouch. All right, so again, we got to do the other side. And same thing that we did, and I had just enough of that Mod Podge. Carly, the box came from Home Goods. It was in the clearance aisle. You know, Home Goods, just sometimes they get cool stuff. You never know what they have there. They just always have like some cool stuff. And I'm just going to do this again right there. Make sure that I don't want any of that white. There we go. And there's so much, you know, rice paper out there by all these different companies that, my gosh, you could make one in all kinds of themes. Charlie, I use all kinds of brushes. The Paint Pixie just sent me a bunch of brushes. Little brushes. I like even just the ones from Walmart, Hobby Lobby. I'm not picky. I use my brushes over and over again. You guys know I'm constantly washing them. Well, not constantly, you know. Anniversary, nice bottle of wine. Yeah, like, you know, that has like their wedding date on it, like the custom labels you can get for wine bottles and whatnot. All right, so see how we just kind of open that up. And again, I'm going to do the same thing, just kind of get any remaining junk out that might have transferred in there. Now, we got that on there, but look at how pretty. I think it looks great. All four sides. Again, I'm not doing the bottom because why? It's already done. And look at how cute. And see how it kind of complements the color of the box on the inside, so it looks even better. Cheap bottle of wine, but yeah. I mean, I drink cheap wine anyway, y'all. So, all right. So now that all this paper is on there, I'm gonna have to get more Mod Podge, but I'm gonna open up this new one. And we're gonna have to seal all that paper down. Gotta do that first. Oops. Oh, Oh, that almost went all over. Hey, Karen. Okay, so put all my sharp utensils away before I... All right, so now I'm just going to go back over, and all I'm going to do is take some... I really like the glossy one. I wonder if I have, like, I've been switching from matte medium Mod Podge to the glossy. Let me see if I have. I just like it because I like that little shine. But I don't think I do. No. Oh, well, it is what it is. We'll just use... Oh, but wait a minute. You know what? What's this? Meltdown liquid wax seal. I don't know. I have to look and see. Paint Pixie sent me some sealer. But Lord, I don't know. I don't want to do it wrong. Liquid Pixie made metallic. Let's just stick with Mod Podge until I find out exactly what that wax sealer is. I don't want to do it on here and then mess it up. I love wine too. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, and I'm just going to kind of take my Mod Podge, and you want to put it over the seams right there, because that's what's going to seal that paper in and protect it. So you kind of want to go over that edging, but then I'm just going to use my finger like up here and just kind of, you know, take any that gets up there. I do not, Cindy. I don't have, I used to make my own chalk paint when I first started, because I was like dirt poor and couldn't afford chalk paint when I started painting furniture. But I had like bottles everywhere. That was my biggest thing, is that I just didn't have room to store it. But I've never made my own Mod Podge. I didn't know you could do that. So see, it's a little cloudy at first. That Mod Podge is going to dry clear. I'm going to go ahead and do the whole bottom first. I like satin too, but I like that shiny. I like the gloss. I don't know. I've been into the glossy lately. I do enjoy it. So see over here where those two papers meet, that's where you want to make sure that you get all that covered up. So all those joints meet, so to speak. So I'm back here, I'm gonna do the same thing. Just being careful, I'm gonna kind of like work right around that hinge and where that box lid meets the back, because I don't want to make it like sticky. Jack, you didn't get a notification? I sent out a telegram before I went live. And make sure Facebook's not notifying you that, update your notifications. I know I always have to look at mine, because I don't know why, but Barb at the Shabby Tree, I get hers 24 hours later, without fail. I never see when she's live. It always goes, I get it in past tense. Barb was live, yes, like 18 hours ago. So I don't know why. I don't know why it does that or what, but the only time I happen to see my people that I follow is if I'm like scrolling Facebook. All right, so now up here, I'm just gonna do that. I don't know if I wanna do that while it's closed or while it's open. You don't wanna, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't wanna glue the box shut. You don't wanna put it on to where it's not going to open. So I'm trying not to use a ton over there, because I still want that to be functional. And it's a gosh darn good thing that Mod Podge dries clear, because if you know, like I said, I've just been running my finger along here, because you want to kind of go over that paper. I didn't do the top yet. I did that. I think I did all sides. Did that side. Okay. And I did, yep, I did that back there. Okay, so now I can do the top. And I'm just going to kind of prop it open while I do this front flap right here. And then just kind of So you got to go over that edge. So that's why it's like you're going to have to go a little bit on the inside of your box, because you want that to seal in there. You want to seal in that paper. And then over here, same thing. And that's just going to help all that stay down and get underneath that paper. And now I can go ahead and kind of do on the top. Hey, Debbie from Indiana. Now this was all one piece, so I don't have to worry about it so much on this like flip. I'm just kind of going right around. And then we're gonna hit this with some rub and buff. So those parts in between the papers that we sanded, you're never gonna know. You'll never see it because we're gonna kind of trim that out with some highlight. Okay, I think we're done. All right, so now I'm going to hit it with some heat. You wish I made all paints like liquid gold. It's so great to work with, isn't it? Don't want that to come off. I'm actually going to, this is what I'll do. Give me something. Gonna, you know what, here, stick a nail file in there just to prop that open while I dry it. Look at how pretty that is, though. See, and that's why, like, this is the matte finish Mod Podge. I don't think you did the one top one. Yeah, I did. Yep, I can tell by the way it feels. So I like that shiny, and you can always go over this with some Duraclear to give it a nice shine. But look at, yeah, it's still a little tacky, so I want to get it nice and dry before I close it, because I'm going to have to use my hands to pick it up. Look at how pretty, y'all. And see how it like almost blends like it was one piece? Like you would never, it's just kind of cool. I am gonna keep, oh, let's see. Look at how awesome that is, guys. Look. See, it's still a little tacky, but look at how pretty all the way around. And it still opens up just fine. Yeah, see, it's a little sticky, so I want to be careful. But what I was thinking on here was I got some Would You Bend here, and I was thinking of putting just a little bit on side. Now, this one is the one I had originally pulled, but as you can see, you don't want it to go in the middle because you have to open this lid. So that's still a little bit too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this up, and I think I'm just going to cut it right around here. See that? So it'll just be like this little tiny thing here, and we can put some gems on it. So Would You Bend, it's wood-based product, and you heat it up and it gets flexible and bends, and you can cut them up. You're just going to need an X-Acto blade or something, but when they start to get heated up, they bend. Therefore, would you bend? And you can find that on my link tree, but see how it's starting to bend? And be careful, it does get hot. But see, look at, you guys can bend this on anything. So all I'm gonna do while it's hot, I'm just gonna follow that line with my knife and just use, so you get, it's almost like a double whammy. I'm using one piece of wood you bend, but I'm going to get 2 pieces of it. And it's super soft to cut. You can probably use a pair of scissors to cut it with. But see how that pops right out of there? Then you can take your sanding block and you can smooth out the edges because it's wood, so you can sand it. Kathy, I think Barb was the first one I ever watched too. But see how cute that is? You never know. And I thought to put it over here on the sides and it would just look like a handle, right? So then we're going to do the same side to this side. We're going to have to get this little guy out of here. And again, just follow it. And then you can keep these little flourishes, right? And maybe we'll put them somewhere else. I don't know. But don't throw away your wood you bend, because you can use that for all kinds of stuff. And then again, I'm just going to take my sanding block and just kind of smooth it down. So you're never going to be able to tell that I took this from another piece. And so then all I'm going to do when you have your wood you bend ready, what's up, Big Daddy? Mike DiDomenico's in the house. My husband's here, everyone. Rooster's in the hen house. I do have a handle to go on the top, Cindy. But these kind of look like handles, you know? Now when you're using wood you bend, get it nice and hot, and you're going to end up using some wood. I don't like that one. I use Gorilla Glue, and it's the wood glue, and you need wood glue. Don't use hot glue. It gets weird. So you're just going to put some on, and then just using my finger, you're going to smooth that on there. And this is where I'm going to eyeball it. And then we're going to go ahead and give this like some paint. I'm thinking some gold. Don't you think gold would be pretty on here? The wood pieces are Wood You Bend. I have them. There's a link on my link tree. I am an ambassador for Wood You Bend. So I love them. Okay. So I'm just going to pick that side and I'm going to put it, I'm eyeballing it, y'all. So I'm just going to put it right there in the middle. Like so. And then when you get it on, you're going to want to give it some more heat, and that really sets that glue. Now I'm not going to paint it first, Sandy. You can. Sometimes I do, but I'm going to give this, I'm going to antique that, so it'll be fine. I have a method to my madness. Mike says, hi, everyone. Lana, usually I do paint them first, but not this time. Only because I was watching some YouTubers the other day do it all, and they were doing it after, and I was loving what they did. So I'm just going for it. I got a whole bunch of like new Pent art products, and I don't know. This is where it just gets fun to try different things. I mean, you don't know till you try, right? You can paint it first, or you cannot. There is no right or wrong way on how to do your crafts. Oh, you paint after you can, Gail. You can paint it, or you can paint. Sometimes, most of the time, I've always painted it first. But I've been watching a lot of other, videos about Wood You Bend, and some of them do, some of them don't. Some of them just roll with it. So I was like, I'm gonna try that. So I'll be your guinea pig and let you know which I like first. But all right, so. Just make sure it's the right way. I'm going to do the same thing over here. And then once I get it on, I'm going to give it some heat. And you got to be careful because I already have that other one. So, and then when you give it that heat, this Wood You Bend, just mold it. This can go around curved pieces. It can go on flat. But even if you're putting it on a flat piece, you still want to give it heat and make it moldable. Just so it really sits flush. And see? It's like a little wooden box, but it's like, you know what I'm talking about, those handles? It's kind of cool. And then we'll figure out what we're going to paint it with. So I'm just going to let that's still a little hot, so I'm just going to make sure that that's on there. And the heat really helps the glue set. And you could stretch, would you, bend? Oh, I know. Are those glue dots on the turntable? Yes, indeed they are. I made that. I did a fast play on my turntable. You guys gotta go watch it. Okay. Oh, that's a little. So that's on there. So now, what I was thinking, you guys know I suck at Pentart glue pen. Yes, I did. If you guys go watch my fast play on how I made over my turntable, you'll see it on there. I still haven't washed my brushes, y'all. It's so bad. Put those other pieces of wood you've been on the counters. On the counters? What's a counter? On the counters. On the corners? Yeah, you could, see? But you could do that. You could do that. Or you could do it like this. Or opposing corners. All right, let's just try it. So we could put that there. But here's what I was thinking too. You can paint them first, or you can paint them afterwards. Paint the handles pink. Now I was thinking like more goldish, more rich looking than that. But I have this mold that I got from TH Decor A-Tail. That's another affiliate of mine. And I was thinking a pretty butterfly would be pretty over here, don't you think? And you guys know I'm not the greatest when it comes to like molds, but I thought if we could do a couple dancing butterflies, and then we can paint them the same as the handles just to incorporate all that. But I'm thinking gold, like maybe these two small butterflies. Should we give it a go? Ah, right, Karen, I know. Mavis, I clean my brushes. I soak them in like this big, I call it my brush bathtub, and I use hot water and Dawn dish soap, and then I just soak them in there, and like literally, I don't even know if there's water in here anymore because it gets so stinking hot up here. Yeah, and I need to put some more water in there. But a touchstone butterfly, that would be, we're going to add bling on here for sure. But I'm thinking, let's play around with some molds. Because, you know, guys, I got to get better at it. Where is that? I have a bag of open clay here. All right, so I have a bag of open clay. I think a butterfly would be pretty. So I keep, if you're going to use, this is air dry clay. This is IOD air dry clay. I'm just going to grab a little bit. Yes, gold butter and hand. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Kimberly, I want butterfly. I want to get a butterfly tattoo right here, like little fluttering butterflies right here on my collarbone. So I'm just going to grab some air dye clay. I keep mine, you got to keep them in a, like, you know, airtight bag. And guys, I'm not the greatest when it comes to this, but going for it. I have to get better. The only time you're going to get better at something is if you practice, right? So I'm just shoving all of this clay into this mold. And this is air dry clay. So I've been watching a bunch of YouTube videos on this because people make it look so stinking easy when they're using it. And here I feel like a dimwit when I use it. You see the process in a slow down version. No, I only did it on a fast play. So I'm just, see, guys, I'm just trying to take my clay. Now this is air dry clay. And I'm just kind of like shaving it out, although that I need a credit card. See, this is the wrong tool to use. Let me do this. That's got glue on it. I need like a credit card or something like that. I'm gonna shove some more clay in there. Some of you all are like form flex, you know, gurus. I need to do it more, so I thought this would be a great project to try it on. press that down. I think that's pretty good. Oh, and you know what? I'm a dummy. I forgot to put the cornstarch in it. It may not come out. We might have to. I know. Now I see your comment. Dust it first. See, can you tell I'm like a newbie when it comes to clay? It's going to stick, Linda. I'm probably going to have to redo it. Maybe not. Okay. Well, I ripped out one of the little antennas, but for the most part, I think it's good. Do butterflies really need an antenna? Cornstarch, I know. So see how pretty that would be? Should I do another one that only has one antenna? Or I could just shave this one off. It doesn't matter. See, I'm all about the weirdness of it all. Pick that one off too. All right, so I guess, and then we could just place them where we want. Can you put hot glue? I can make a hot glue mold. If you guys want me to show you how to do one, I will. But I'm going to use clay, and then I'm going to use this one. I'm trying to get better with clay. Use floss for clay. Old credit card is flat, so I'm just going to let it. Hey, Anna. Yeah, I'm still trying to find out what works for me when it comes to clay. Draw them. Stephanie, I can't draw a stick figure. Are you kidding me? Let's do this little small one here. I'm not, I mean, I'm a creative, different kind of creative, but I am definitely not, one that draws anything. See, that doesn't like me right up there. I'm bound and determined to become a pro in the art of clay. I stunk at glue molds when I first started, so I figured, you know, practice makes perfect, right? So I'm just kind of making that smooth. And this is the part I struggle with, is just forming the mold. That's the part that sticks me every time, is getting all that excess out. You use your C. I've seen people do that. I suck at full. I do too, D. It's just hard. Stick thin wire. That would be cute too. See, I just broke that little wow. But these, I don't know. See, because I'm not a pro. I watch some of these ladies, and all they do is just bust that right out like it was nothing, and I'm jealous. So then I'm just going to put, I was thinking like, wouldn't that be so pretty? I think it's going to, do we put another one over here? A bigger one, or do I put a bigger one? Do you guys think I should try this bigger one? Or should I put the big one over here and then, all right, let's make a big one. Don't know till we try. I received the pair note. Oh, Brenda, you got it? Good. I'm sorry it took me forever. Yes, I sent out lots of happy mail the last couple weeks. All right, grab some more clay. Lori, you can come, give me a, yeah, but Brenda, I know, and you know what? I think that we just have to keep practicing. I think practice is what makes perfect, right? And it's got these cool little Frenchy things too. We can use that. I use fast cast resin and llama molds and tape up the wings to make them 3D. They get hard. You know what? I've got some mold maker over there too. I just bought. See, somebody's saying they use their thumb. I don't even know. I mean, I've seen that before, but that is like so foreign to me. But I guess it's something like that. See, I always feel like I'm pressing too hard. And I guess that works. I can see what you're saying, but then it's getting the part flat that I struggle with. Keeping it in the mold and then just, see, it always wants to lift out. That's where I struggle. Is getting it right around those edges. It is cornstarch. Yeah, I have a box of it up here. If Big Daddy's still on, he's probably gonna be like, that's where my cornstarch went to. Yeah. It's a crafter's dream. Sue, you just got your, yay! You will love it. All right, so I think that's pretty good. I think I did pretty good. And then I'm just going to press that down to make it like super flat. I'm probably going to lose these antennas too. Oh, look at that. That plopped. And I didn't break the antennas. Okay. Now, I don't want to get this. I don't want to get it where it doesn't belong. Oh yeah, what do you guys think? Okay, so that, like that, or do I put this big one down over here and then keep the small ones over here? I don't know that it even really matters, but there's more of a blank spot up here. I could put that one over there. You know, and I could take those would you bend pieces, wherever I stuck those at, and maybe put them on the front. I have no idea how long to take it. The bigger mold, yeah, bigger mold. We could put these down here in the corners on the front. That might be too junk in it, though. That might be too much. I kind of just like this. I kind of like it simple. Did I say that out loud? Me? Something I like more simple? The big one should go on top. I do have it on top, but you know, it would be cute if we take like one of these little postage looking things and we can maybe stick that down there on the front. Like it's making its way through the old mail, the mail system. It's like old French postal codes and stuff. It says received, Paris, some kind of watermark, and then like the little postage thing. See that? Kathy, the wire antennas make it look. I used air dry clay. It works really well for me. I like the bigger one with the smaller one and the middle one over here. But this is the flower here, so this one kind of sets off that. So all right, let's leave it. The molds came from TH Decor Retail. You can find that on my link tree. All right, let's just go with it. We'll leave that here. I guess it doesn't matter one way or another. All right, so I'm going to use, where's that glue? I use Weld Bond glue. I use Weld Bond glue, and I'm just going to I probably will use a little brush. Use a little brush. I know, right? Elaine saying I'm too simple. That doesn't even sound right coming out of my mouth. On your shelf, a finished piece. No, it's not. One of my Sparkle Chicks, where did my pencil go? Gave that to me as a gift. So I'm not trying to use a ton of glue on here. And see, guys, this is like almost like, I want to say this might be my first project doing any kind of clay where I'm actually going to attempt to paint this piece of clay and make it look pretty. But I got tired of watching everybody else do it, and I thought, I have to do it. I have to do it. I have to try it. How else am I supposed to know what to do if I don't try it, right? So I'm just sticking that on here with, that's wood glue. I don't want that. I want my Weld Bond. We could diamond dust it afterwards. Hey, anything, put on postage stamp. Yeah, it's like a postage. We can, like, it went through the mail and somebody found it in, 1870s France. Now, how we're going to paint these puppies, I have no idea. No clue. And I don't really know how long it takes to gel either. I know you can paint it right after from the videos I've been seeing. Hi, Deb. Patty, I'm using Weld Bond because I'm putting on the clay. I do believe for clay, you don't use, I don't know, I wouldn't use hot glue because hot glue has a thickness to it. And I think the girls at IOD use some type of glue similar to Weld Bond. So that's why I'm using Weld Bond, because it's what I got. And I'm just gonna clean it up. I usually let them dry and paint them before. I usually let them. Yeah. See, I watch all these crafters who just make a mold, they sit it on there, and then they start painting it. And I was like, what the heck? I do it, and I feel like a dumb head. So I'm figuring, I'm just gonna roll with it. What better place to learn than here with my chicks? Maybe just do the butterflies with, how do you get your link tree? Kathy, my link tree is pinned in the comments, or it's at the top of my page here at Royal Funky Junk. Okay, so, I don't know, I guess that's it, guys. So then to paint it, I wanted to give it some dimension. Let's see, I've got some cool stuff that I just got from Pentart. Now, I don't know what to paint it, but I've even got, like, I think if I have anything soft and pretty. Ooh, look at that. I have like a pink pearl. Look at that. This is from Pentart. It's called Chameleon. They can form better before they dry. Can you hit them? I mean, and then I was thinking that would be pretty because look it's kind of like the same pink. That would be kind of pretty. And then we can kind of throw some antique wax on it. I've got some cool bronzing glaze, some wax paste. Let's just try it. Let's just go for the gold. Oh, and I've got this pretty pink, this metallic paint from, we can try these two together. Let's do it. Paint them white. I want to see what this is Pixie paint. Is that what the name of that was? Painted Pixie? Liquid Pixie Dust Metallic, and I don't know what color this is, but it's really pretty. Tight Bond, yeah. So this is Weld Bond, so I think it's pretty much all the same because it's worked. It says bonds most anything, so, and it dries clear. Yeah, I think it's the perfect. Look, I have two of them. So this is called Rose Gold, and then this is the Liquid Pixie Paint in Metallic Blush color. Don't forget your white paper. Yes, I will. I'm not going to be painting the box though anymore, so I think I can see what else they sent me. They also sent me some liquid metallic and statuary. We got some new penny. We got some silver. Ooh, look at this, y'all. Oh, this is blue diamond, but look at that. Oh, I say it looks more blue. Kind of matches that green. We might be able to, oh, I thought it was a flower. Let's just go for the gold. I don't know which one to use first. What if we paint him green? Now we want to paint him over with pink. Let's try this. Let's try this blush color from Paint Pixie. No blue, yeah. Do you paint or stain the molds? I'm gonna paint it. I don't know, this is the first time I've done it, y'all. We're gonna try painting it. And then we're gonna go with I'm going to attempt to see if we can like stain over it. I got all kinds of cool, you know, I got all kinds of cool like stuff from Pentart, so I really want to try it. So we can do these in two different colors. So see, you just kind of go around and it's just going to work just fine. It's going to go right on there. It's kind of a pretty color. See, it's not, see, it's like a metallic paint. Almost where there it is. Oh, that one's going to be pretty, but we're going to put some gold on there too. And this is metallic, and it's not messing with my mold. It's not changing the shape of my mold. I'm not like, you know, and even if I get a little bit outside the edge, guys, I'm not worried about it because we're going to go over that with some antique. I think this whole thing is going to get a little bit of antique, an antique vibe to it. And we could do this one in pink, and then when you antique something, you know, that's what's going to bring out all the detail of those the mold. Ooh, but look how pretty that is. It's kind of like the same color. If these molds were flowers, I would have used that bluish green color on the leaves. Those antennas are tricky little boogers. Are the butterflies would you bet? No, these are actual clay. These are, this mold came from TH Decor ATL, and it is it doesn't say if it's a Prima or, let's see, I don't think I have it anymore, but it came from TH Decor. It's just a butterfly mold. It's really pretty. Look guys, that didn't hurt nothing. So yeah, you can, it's just kind of like would you bend. I'm not gonna paint the would you bend pink though. I think we're gonna do those straight gold. But look at how pretty. So see, it's just kind of a flat color right now, but you can take that other, let's try this Chameleon by Pentart. I'm gonna paint gold, yeah, on the handles. They do have so many pretty affiliates, Kimberly. That's what, and I mean, just, they have tons of products. Ooh, that's pretty. All right, so now I'm gonna grab another brush and let's see, let's dry that though. Because I don't know, and then maybe we can do the other butterfly with something else. A second color over it for more detail. That's what I was thinking. Oh yeah, so this is the Chameleon paint in the color Rose Gold. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty. That just kind of softened it up even more and kind of brought out that other color over there. But I think when we antique this is when it's all going to come together. So let's try it reverse on these little ones. Paint antenna black. Oh, we could do that too. I didn't like that antenna. I kind of like them without. So here's another one. And I would say that almost is like a purple flower over here. So this is more like a light rose gold. I don't like this paintbrush. You can bring in whatever color you want. So this is a cool Pentart. So the first color I used was Paint Pixie. And then I went over it with the Pentart Chameleon. Now see, that one we could just leave like that. See how pretty that looks? That's kind of like almost the same color as that pink rose. So let that dry. Do we give this other butterfly a different look? Don't know. What do you think? Oops. I'm almost tempted to see what this green does. I'm not gonna lie. If not, we could paint over it, right? I just want to see what it looks like. It might be too blue. Let's see. But we can go over it. We can mix it. We can mix it with that first pink and see what we get. We get like a prettyish gray. Oh, I don't know, guys. I kind of like it. It's kind of like a metallic-y green. I think it works. And I kind of mixed it with just a little bit of that pink. But then once you go over it again to get all the, see, I think it works. They may all be little different butterflies, but we can mix it, a little bit of that pink, soften it up, and then go over it with some of that Chameleon again, like dry brushing it to bring out the detail, and then go over it with the, antiquing wax. Seriously, that's not that bad, y'all. Seriously, it could be worse. Look how cute. All right, so now you can take that, and then maybe what I'll do is I'll take, where's the other paint at? Oh, I just used it right out of the bag. What's up, Mickey Walker? Try some black. So I'm just going to take that chameleon and then just kind of like dry brush over that green. And this is where you can get into shading and all that, but then we're going to antique it. So I think when we antique it is when it's all going to come together. And then I have to think about those handles because I want to see. So this is new Pent Art stuff too. So this is wax paste in, I don't even know what color that is. Just, it's like a bronzy gold. I kind of like this. This is metal. Oh, bronze. This is brass. This is, they make the writing any smaller. Honey gold. They've got some antique paste, but I want to antique it first. Almost like our dark wax, you know? Let me just see how this works. I'm afraid to like put it on heavy because I think that antique paste will just go right on. I think it should go just right on. Different color, but yeah, well, you know, but they're different colored butterflies, but they all kind of match that theme, I think. But let's just try one little piece first because I'm nervous. It's almost like dark waxing, I think, with my dark wax that I use, but this is a little bit different, you know. So see, it's kind of dark. Let's just try it. What happens if we put it on there and then wipe it off? Will that work? Ew, that's gonna look kind of cool. I feel like I'm talking to myself. And I'm gonna go all the way around it because I think what I'm gonna end up doing is antiquing this whole box. Let me see if I can do it. And see, yeah, so it just wipes off. It's almost like our wax that we use, that I use from Bear. So see how that just kind of antiqued it? It took it from that, okay, I like that much better. It just kind of took it from that pink, and then I'm gonna go over it with some Rub and Buff or something like that, and see what we can come up with. But I want this like antiquing stuff to stick down in those grooves, and that's what's gonna give it that old kind of worn look. Because remember, these are dead butterflies, y'all. If this came from Paris, 1870s Paris, these things are dead. So I'm being careful because I did just, you know, do this mold. But look at how pretty. So you can still see the colors through there, the golds and that pink color, but you've got, I'm going to try one of the Paint Pixie brushes and see how they work. So the paint was Paint Pixie. I don't have an affiliate up yet, but I'm going to. I'm going to put that in my link tree here soon, today. And then I'm just using this wax. This antiquing paste is from Pent Art. So see, I'm just kind of being careful around that mold because it's still, that clay is still drying. So I don't want to smush it, but I want to dirty this up some. So then I'm just going to take my paper towel and kind of buff that out. Oh, but see, and it's subtle. Let's do the rest of it. This flat part up here. Now we do this and just kind of, it just kind of junks that up a little bit. And just kind of warms it up a little bit, giving it that really rustic, see the difference? It just kind of gives it an amber glow. And kind of, and that's the look I like. I like anything that looks like it came from another era. That's like my jam. I'm just going to do a little bit over here too on these little butterflies and see what we get. And maybe just use that little smaller brush. Where'd it go? I don't know where it went. They're all missing. And get into those little cracks and crevices of that mold to really bring out that little detail. And we'll see how it goes. And this is how we find out what we like, right? Yes, Jackie, it's very warm up here. I don't get the greatest airflow up here from our air conditioner. So sometimes I sweat. And it's hot up here. So that antiquing wax from Pen Art is very similar to the wax that I use from, you know, my favorite bear from the Home Depot. But I definitely want to go all the way around this little butterfly and get all that in there. And being that that is still kind of, those molds still are a little, they won't probably harden for another day, I imagine. But I'm liking it. And then we'll take some, see how it just kind of softly blends all that in? I like it. Okay, then we're going to take some Rub and Buff and we'll make all that even shinier. So I'm going to go back in. I'm going to do the front here with that antiquing. And this is Pen Art Antiquing Paste. Just kind of gives it like a little dirty look. And then we can go back over it with some of that varnish. We'll have to, it's not like a wax, so you're going to have to varnish it. See how that just, can you tell? It darkened it up some. I can. It just looks really Frenchy and old. Same thing over here on these sides, but what are we going to do with these handles, y'all? Let's do the back with the wax. I'm still debating what to do. The clay usually shrinks a little, does it? I figured. That's what I've heard about clay before. I mean, I'm by no means a clay master, but and I'm just buffing a little bit of it out, but it's not like wax, so it doesn't buff out. It's almost like, you know, it just sticks. Now I can do up here, and we'll see what the difference is between the top and the bottom. So see, that's what it does. See how that just warmed that up here compared to the bottom? You could do the Wear Wax as an alternative, absolutely. I'm just, jeez Louise, did I ruin it? What the heck did I just fall off? Oh, jeez, I'm so clumsy. I might have smushed my butterfly just a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, so see the difference with but it's kind of the same as the dark wax. Now, because I want to take some, you know, gold Rub and Buff or whatever to this, and then I'm going to show you guys, I do have this little pretty knob. I was even thinking about putting a little knob up on top. What do you think? So you can lift it instead of using it here. I was thinking about, but then we'd have to paint this gold because that would look weird silver. Gold handles. Do you think I should just go ahead and do like, these are probably the wrong, that is definitely the wrong gold. What is this? This is wax paste, or let's try it. This is brass. I don't know if, I don't know what it would look like. I'm just going to try this wax paste straight on top of, it's kind of boring, guys, won't lie. It's kind of dull. It's a little dull. I almost think they need to be pink or something. Or do we do them all like just dark waxy? Let's see what that looks like. See, if we just wax right over that wood, what would that look like? I don't know. Oh, I kind of like it just stained. Let's play around with it. Put a bit of bling. Yes, you can always put bling, fixes everything, right? if we just do this and just wax directly over raw, what is this called? This is wax, no, this is antiquing paste from Pentart. What happens if we were to directly go right over raw Would You Bend? Let's see. We wouldn't know until we tried it, right? So let's try it. And then we can take the rest of that and kind of go over the rest. And this is where I would just come in and just kind of buff that out. So it's kind of just gives it like this raw wood look. I kind of like it. And then we could go over it with some rub and buff, or we can give it some wax paste. Then we can go over it with like the wax paste from Pentart. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh, now I like that. How's that? That's kind of old world bronzy. How cool, right? Who would have ever thought? So just take some antiquing paste, go right over raw Would You Bend. And I'm getting it all in there with like a little brush around those, all in those nooks and crannies and underneath. I would so benefit from having my glasses on right now. Oh, see, I love that too. And then I'm gonna take the bigger brush and I'm just gonna kind of like do all the sides around it, warm that up, and then I'm just gonna take my paper towel, kind of just remove the excess around, and then take the Pentart wax paste in this bronze color and just kind of go right over it like in a dry brushing. I'm not getting everywhere. Look at that finish. That's cool. See? Very cool. It does pick up the dark from the Harlequin, which is cool because it still has that woodsy umber kind of type thing. So I'm going to try, where's that? I'm going to try this wax paste. I'm going to see what it, darn it. I'm going to see what it looks like on these butterflies. Just a little bit. See, and that's where you can like highlight. It's almost like rub and buff. And you could just build on your color. There's really no right or wrong way, guys, of doing any particular thing. Look at how pretty. I don't know what I got there, but there's something there. It looks like something metallic-y, but oh well. What do you think? Oops, almost did it again, y'all. So look at the front. See, they're just kind of like real pretty. Although I have to say, I want to get rid of that. I kind of want those to be filled in more with the dark ones. Around those inside, around the top, the outside of the clay mold. Just because I don't want any spots of white coming through. And I could lighten it up. See, it's the art of playing with stuff. And that green on that that blue paint, it's almost like a copper. Like, I'm just kind of playing around, putting some more antique paste over on this one, and then you could just play around with what kind of finishes you like. How cool is that? I like it. All right, so guys, what do you think now? Look how pretty. Oh, do we do that? Do we add the knob? There's my bling. Do we add the knob at the top? Tony, it is a case that I bought at Home Goods, and it has like a little wine kit inside. You put a wine bottle in there, and we just gave it. It was all wood, this color wood, and then we just gave it a beautiful makeover with some Would You Bend and decoupage clean papers and little clay molds. It needs bling. And I feel like my butterflies, I'm going to go back to what I know. I'm going to use, I just want to see, let's see if my antique gold rub and buff might highlight those butterflies. Paint the knob like the side. Oh, that's a good idea. This is gold leaf. Oh, gold leaf might be pretty. Let's see. I just want to, you know what would actually be even prettier? I don't think I have any. Is like that gold foil. A gold foil would be really pretty. You're saying not on top? Where else would you put it? Because that's what lifts the lid. It might be too busy. You know, it may not even need it. It may not even need it. I mean, it's got a lot going on the top. So I think maybe we'll just leave it like it is. Front bling butterfly. That's what I was thinking too. And there's a lot going on the top already, so let's nix that idea. Oh, but I like that idea. Somebody said front bling, front butterfly bling, which I do have some bling from Totally Dazzled. So we can try. I think it would have to be like, I don't even know, guys. It does need a little bit of bling, but I don't know if it's going to be a butterfly. I don't know what else to put on there. But I think it would have to be like an oil rubbed bronze. Don't you think? Yeah, I didn't like the knob either. It's too busy indeed. Like if I could find, you know, 99.99% of my projects have bling. So if I could find a small little blingy butterfly. Here's a silver one, but silver would not work. Or we can like layer them. I don't know. I still have to get better at my clay molds. I mean, these are okay. Oh, here's a little bumblebee. Oh, that's kind of like a butterfly, right? I don't know what this thing is. It might be a fat bee. I don't know. The vertigo antique look on the book. You like it? Okay, because I'm not sure. Because, you know, I'm still playing around with it. I got to get better at my molds. I definitely squished this one when I fell it over. Diamond dust, yeah, but it's gonna be, you're gonna be touching it to lift it, whatever it is. But I think a little bee, like right down here. What do you guys think, like right there? Like right here, there's my little bit of bling. But, see, this is sticky. So now I think what we have to do, I have to seal this with something. And I know that Meltdown Liquid Wax Sealer from Paint Pixie sent me this. Yes, Kim, I'm going to seal it right now because it's sticky. Rose gold bling would be pretty too, but I think I'm going to go with the bronze to kind of pull out the bronze that's in these. Let me see. I've never used this stuff before, or I'll just do it with triple thick. This is by Paint Pixie, and I don't know. I've never used it. And let's see. We're going to try an inconspicuous piece back here and see what happens to this right here. Now this is Paint Pixie. I like it. It's not sticky like triple thick. I'm digging it. So this is Meltdown Liquid Wax Sealer. I'm going to dry it for a second just to dries fast. Yes, I like it. So this is Liquid Pixie Meltdown Liquid Wax Sealer. And guys, the handles are would you bend. Yeah, and I'll have to put some paint over those handles. So this is just a wax sealer. I'm digging it, guys. I'm using one of the Paint Pixie pens. This goes on super fast. It's kind of like a shiny, you just brush it right on, and it takes away that tacky feel. And just seals all that in there. I like it. Front part of the lid, the crystal knob. I don't think so. So I'm going to even attempt to go right over my would you bend pieces right here and see if that does anything to all that paint, and it did not. Hey Sharon, we're just making over this box and we're just about finished with it. So I am just using this Paint Pixie. I'm not gonna lie, I have always, done one to do Mod Podge as a sealer, but it never really had the high shine that I like. Then I started using the triple thick Duraclear combination, and that was like sticky. This, guys, goes on like melted butter. I'm not gonna lie, and I like it. I like it a lot. Ooh. Let me see if I can flip this one to the other side. A small knob in front. So I'm just going right around here, and I can see it up in the light. I'm going right over our painted would you bend with this wax sealer from Paint Pixie. I'm gonna get on the horn and get an affiliate right away for you guys. Yeah, I like it a lot. And then I'm gonna do the front top, and it gives it a nice like satin sheen almost. I'm gonna go right around my butterfly, and then I'm gonna go over the butterfly to seal all that. And it kind of like brings out all the color with like a nice finish. Makes all those colors kind of like pop. All right, so I'm just kind of going around the butterflies, and then I'm gonna go right over them. Yeah, and that sealer just kind of brings out all the colors. I like it. Did I do the front? I did do the front. I think I did the front. Did I? Yeah, see, now it's not sticky anymore. Oh, can I make a knob? I see what you guys are saying. It dries super fast, no stickiness. It's got a nice like satin sheen to it. Make sure that's dry. I can still open it. Oh yeah, I like it. All right, I'm gonna get some more of that. A knob on the front. I see what you're saying. Well, I kind of do want to add this for sure, this little blingy thing. But the only thing that I have that might work on the bend his wings and use that on the front of the open. I don't know that would. Sometimes the crystals pop out. I do have like these little things, but they're almost like a gargoyle looking thing from Would You Bend. Put this on the front. But then it's going to cover up your pretty thing. I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it. I kind of like how it looks right there. I'm just going to make sure I don't have any dripping stuff from that wax sealer on the inside. And I think once I add that, I don't know. Unless I do like one small one there, but I don't think I have anything super small. I do have this one. I do have this one, but see, it's bigger. But see, then that's weird to me if it's sticking out like that. The color is right, I just don't like it. That, it's weird to me on the front there. I think it looks odd. I kind of just like the idea of putting this little doodad like right here on the flower. This is going to be my little piece of bling, bling, bling. There. this project, you know, most of my projects have bling. That's what we do here. We're all about that bling, about that bling. I think it's cute, guys. And then maybe I need some gems up here. I would consider adding some gems up there just because, oh wait, I might have it. I don't know what that would look like. I've got some cool looking gems, but might. You like the faux keyhole though is just kind of looks, I don't know, it looks more gargoyle-ish. So see, you could take a pretty little gem here and just like do that in like their little spine area and glue that on for just a little bit of bling. That's actually kind of cute. I will not lie, y'all, I am still not 100% in love with my butterfly molds. If you a tassel, I do not have a tassel. Oops, I don't want those in the trash. Yeah, those are good. Let's see what else I got. So you can take some bling and throw it in there. You can even take tiny little crowns and give your little butterflies. The sealer name, I'm going to put it up here, guys. I don't have it on there yet. It's by Paint Pixie. I'm going to get an affiliate, and I'm going to put it on my link tree. It's a Meltdown liquid wax sealer. I stinking love this stuff. A wine cork blingy overlay on butterfly. A blingy overlay. What does that mean? I mean, I kind of like that. See, I just got the little bling pieces on there. Like, they're little, like, marquees, and they're kind of like an aurora. Let me just do it. What the heck, guys? Why not, right? Who cares? Sometimes it's all about that extra stuff. See, because my butterflies aren't that pretty. I mean, they are, but I'm still, you know, I can do a lot of things right, but I can do a lot of things wrong. And, you know, clay is not one of my things that I do strong. I kind of suck at it. So, practice makes perfect. Not 100% of what, I don't know what you're talking about, Susan, but I think it looks, I like it like that. We can put bling on the side too. But I think it's got enough bling. Look at, I added these little gems up here in my butterflies, my little janky butterflies. See, they're not that bad. And I know it's hard to tell on camera, but you can see a lot of this green. And I think if anything, for this mold, I would probably add a little bit more, I think I would put a little bit more pink back into it, just because. To the sides of the front, let's see. Just a little bit. Yep. See, that's what was bugging me. Just needs a little bit more pink. But I have a lot of colors scattered through here. And it picks up all the colors, but I still got to work on my molds, y'all. Oh, hinges. Yes, the hinges. Where did I put that stuff? You know, I could just use the antique old rub-and buff, because you'll never know. Yep, blends right in. Perfect. Done. That's done. I don't know, guys. I love this. The only thing I'm not crazy about is my butterfly molds, but I'll get there. I promise I will. But all in all, I think it's fabulous. I love all the new products I used. I absolutely love that varnish, or that whatever that is from Paint Pixie. I'm going to get that up on the link tree right now. I'm going to go downstairs. I'll take a picture of this and I'll put, but look at little bling in the front. You flip it open. There's your little wine box. Got the little butterflies on top, all kinds of different colors. And then the back is the Harlequin. This is probably going to get sold, Martha, I'd imagine. I really like it though. I think it turned out very pretty. One more thing off my desk, right, y'all? I like it too. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go get on with Paint Pixie. I'll get an affiliate. I will get that up on my link tree, and I will take a picture of this. How stinking cute, though, guys. And we did good on the inside. I mean, there's nothing. a small handle on front limb. The only thing that I would think that I would put on there that would look right is maybe like one of those brass plates or something. Dinah, this came from Home Goods. But I don't know, it was just kind of fun to play around with all the different things and try it. And I love this. I love staining the wood you've been and going over it with the gold. Look at that. You get like the perfect metallic-y, shimmery, bronzy gold. Anyhow, it was fun though, right? I still got some work to do on the molds, but you know, we are works in progress. Hey, Patty. So anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. I love it. What a wonderful transformation. I mean, I'm digging it. So you guys, I have a live, I won't be here tomorrow, but I'm going to do a fast play to finish off Christmas in July for tomorrow, because I'll be traveling tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. Some of you might remember it, some of you may not, because it is from a year ago. Maybe even over a year ago. So just trying to stay with the times and give you guys some stuff for tomorrow. And then I might be live with you on my travels. I don't know what we're going to be doing, but anyhow. And give me about a half an hour, guys. I'm going to go downstairs, get Paint Pixie set up, and I'll get that on my Linktree for y'all. Wash my brushes, and then if you are in my private paid membership group, I will be back in with you guys tonight in about an hour, okay? And then you guys have an awesome night. Stay sparkly, and I'll see you later. Bye, everyone.